Welcome back to the 801 Diaries podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Abby.
Abby, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You said that so not like you were doing good.
No, I'm doing great. I'm just really tired 99% of the time. But
I feel that. I
but
feel
that
that.
means that I'm living life to the fullest and just partying so hard. I'm
Oh yeah.
not.
Yes, you are. I Your TikTok is always you popping off doing something.
Me
It's
running.
so fun.
I'm running so much. I'm
You're
running all the
running.
time. And when I'm not
You went to
running,
Zupa's.
went to Zoop. Oh my gosh, we did. We went to Zupas to try those strawberry chocolate things that are
Hmm.
around right now.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh
But
yeah.
one of the most chaotic videos I've ever made. It was so funny. It
It
was so
was so
funny.
funny. I was laughing.
We were
I
cracking
thought
up.
it was so good.
Hmm So, anything exciting this week, Emily?
Oh, it's International Women's Day.
Oh, slay
Big
the
shout
women,
out.
slay all the
Look what
women.
they were handing out in the city.
Oh, that's so cute. We
It
love
was
women.
honestly, this is like the prettiest rose I've ever had. Like it's light pink
Oh, it's
and
gorge. And
yeah,
then darker pink on
so
the edges.
and darker pink, super pretty. We love. For those of you that are not watching, they were handing out roses all throughout Helsinki today. Like everybody just because it's like the thing you give to women on Women's Day. Amazing. So we love.
That
So
is so cutie.
very fun, very
I love
fun.
it. Well, happy
So
International Women's Day to all the women.
go women.
Go women.
So yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to think.
Um, yeah, anything else?
I don't think so. Just kind of a chill week, you know?
Yeah. Me and Madison have started planning our trip to New York.
Okay, I didn't even know anybody was going to New York. And then I
Yes,
just see a Instagram post. So please explain.
that's
Let's
because
talk about it.
nothing's like official yet. We haven't like officially done
Okay.
anything, but we started assuming we do go. We started planning. And so we're sitting in Maddie's car. We'd just gotten home from like Target or no, from Zupa's, I think. And we're like, okay, so I pull out my notes app and we start just jotting down like things we want to do. This itinerary we came up with is literally the funniest thing that's ever happened. Saturday, all we have is run 7 miles around Central Park, eat a effing hot dog. It's
Amazing.
so
That sounds like a
funny.
great
It is so
Saturday.
funny. We were like literally peeing our pants crying, laughing so hard in the car. It was so funny.
There you
So
go.
we're gonna
Sounds
run the entirety of Central Park because it's a little less than 6, 7 miles under there, so we have to run a little bit more. But
okay.
so we're gonna slay that.
Amazing. We love
But
that.
my the itinerary is on my TikTok, so go check that out because it is freaking hilarious. Sunday, go
It's a
to
good one.
church, find hot men.
Amazing. We love that.
It's so
We
funny. It
love
is
that.
so funny. So
That's way
that's
fun.
really exciting
Yeah.
stuff. But so if you have any New York recommendations, let me know because we're trying to figure out what we want to do.
There you go. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That will be fun. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that's about it. It's been a pretty boring week. Just
I
a
feel
lot
that.
of running, a lot of sleeping. No, not very much sleeping, but a lot of running, and that's about it. A lot of work.
There you go. Did you work a lot this week? Was it
Yeah, it's a busy week.
mm,
That's why I'm so
fun?
sleepy.
So sleepy and tired.
Yeah.
So fun. So,
Okay.
so fun.
Do we have any pop culture things we want to talk about this week?
We do need to mention the unfortunate, untimely passing of Michelle Trachtenberg,
Oh my
our
gosh.
Georgina Sparks.
Yes, this was so sad.
It still makes me so sad. Man, the Ice Princess.
Literally, okay, let's talk about Ice Princess for a minute. Ice Princess was a movie I saw once in my childhood and
I think we
like
saw it at the Kaysville Theater.
always had vivid
Yeah.
memories of this movie, but I can never remember like what it was called, like
Hmm.
really what the premise was. But there's like a couple scenes that I just have vivid memories of.
Yeah.
So when like Disney Plus became a thing and we had access to all of these old movies again, what did I go do? Watch Ice
Watch Ice.
Princess
It's a solid movie.
because it's an incredible movie. But the scene where she takes off her skates and her feet have these
Are
giant gashing holes in them
Yes.
because she wore new skates and she wasn't supposed to wear new skates. You have to break them in for at least 2 weeks. Burned in my brain. Literally burned in my
Yeah.
brain.
Oh no, absolutely. Or when he brings the Zamboni to her pond, burned
Yes,
in my brain.
burned in my brain.
That's what I learned
That
what a
I was
Zamboni
gonna
was.
say, that's where I learned that was called a Zamboni.
Yep.
Also, another absolute classic of hers, 17 again. One of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah. We
So
haven't talked about that
incredible.
movie before, and
It's incredible.
that is such a good movie.
Hmm
Like
Such
I love it so much. I
such a great
am
movie.
obsessed.
Such a
Yeah.
great movie. And then, of course, the one and only
Georgina.
iconic Georgina Sparks. I mean,
Wow.
no one could have done Georgina justice like Michelle Trachtenberg did.
Except her.
Like
Yeah.
she killed it so hard. It
It,
was,
it
well,
was so good.
she did such a good job. Because
No, she did
Georgina
so
was the
good.
best character in that show.
She really was. No, I really don't know if there's anybody that could have played the range of Georgina like Michelle Trachtenberg,
Absolutely not.
from super coked out Georgina to Jesus loving Georgina who went to Bible camp.
I forgot about Bible Camp Georgina.
Like the range
Literally.
of personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else could have done it quite
Mm-hmm.
like Michelle Trachtenberg, and it's
It's
really
incredible.
depressing and just
Oh
sad that
yeah.
she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very sad. But luckily, we have a plethora of work
That is
to
iconic and
look back
incredible. Mm-hmm.
and remember her by.
Yes. Yes. And I feel like she was in everything. Like we'll be watching something and I'll
Yeah,
be like, oh my gosh, it's Michelle
it's
Trachtenberg.
it's
Like,
Georgina Sparks.
there she is. It's
There
so
she is
funny.
again.
She was so
Yeah, no,
talented. So
she
very, very
really
sad.
was very sad. So that happened this week in pop culture.
They started doing press for A Simple Favor 2, and it is all of
Not
the
going
nightmare
well.
we thought it was going to be.
Blake is
Because,
really trying to be super positive, and Anna won't say anything
well, they didn't get along in the first place. They don't like each other to begin with.
to begin
And
with. So this
then
is just,
I can't even imagine what Anna Kendrick is thinking right now. Like this this
yeah,
whole suitcase lawsuit has
amazing.
completely taken over everything about A Simple Favor 2. Like all
Yeah.
of the press,
Oh yeah.
everything is all about this lawsuit. So poor Anna Kendrick had to do another movie with this person she doesn't even like. And then everything is not even about the movie. It's about this person she doesn't like
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
horrific lawsuit.
It's so bad. So we'll keep watching, but
They were at
we,
South by
we'll,
Southwest the other night and it
yep,
was not looking good. It was
not
not
good.
looking good.
Was not looking good.
No.
Oh, we need to talk about this. Oscars were this last week.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay,
Yeah,
so
this is a big thing.
rewind back to our predictions. I think I was mostly right
Yeah,
in my
I think,
predictions.
yeah, because you guessed Adrian Brody, which
Okay,
so
so
frustrating.
this is a funny story.
Okay.
Me and Maddie are at a church activity while the Oscars are on. And so, naturally, I'm in the back with my phone on watching the Oscars, okay?
As you should be, yeah.
Well, periodically, not the whole time, but I
But
pull it up.
but
We were talking about it quite frequently. So I would like with people. So I would pull it up, see where we're at. I pull it up and Maddie really wanted to see the best actor because Timothy was nominated, obviously. So
right.
I pull it up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think this is it. I think this is it. So she comes around, a couple other people come around. We're just sitting there watching my phone, watching the Oscars. And then it was
He
announced that
lost.
it was not Timothy. And it was a tragedy. It really was a tragedy. You would have thought someone
Yeah.
died. I
I
also,
mean,
while we
Maddie's soul
were
probably did.
I think it did. It was really tragic. While we were driving to said church activity, there was we had it pulled up while so we could listen to it while we were driving.
Naturally.
And that's when they announced Best Supporting Actress and freaking Zoe Saldana just won. She beat Ariana Grande and I'm literally so mad
And
about it.
I'm
I
mad
almost
about that for
crashed.
so many reasons. So many reasons.
Literally the most undeserving win ever.
Ever.
And it's nothing against
Ever.
Zoe Saldana. I think she's fine.
You know,
Nothing
I'm not
against
gonna
her.
lie. There's a little bit of a the way she responded to
The
questions
press,
after
the press
the press
after,
stuff,
Now there's
You know,
something. Now there's
now there's
something.
something personally against Zoe Saldana, not just the
Before,
movie.
yeah, before nothing personal. After now, yes. Um,
Yes.
Amelia Perez was without a doubt the worst movie ever. Like,
Ever.
no one liked this movie. And they used freaking AI. That should disqualify you immediately from getting an Oscar.
Immediately.
Immediately. There
Well,
is,
well, the thing is, it shouldn't be in there because do you remember a summer or two ago, 2 summers ago, with the actors and writers strike that they were all worried about AI taking over, and
yes,
now they're letting people win,
a
and
freaking
because of AI,
Oscar, multiple Oscars when it
this
was,
they fought against this.
yes. Same with Adrian Brody because he couldn't do a British accent, so
He
they
couldn't do
used
his accent.
AI. So they used AI to do his freaking accent. Timothy should have won. But anyways,
Yep.
also Amelia Perez should have been disqualified because their freaking lead actress was talking crap about all the other nominees, which is strictly against their rules. Strictly against their
Yeah,
rules. Not to mention all the
exactly.
other crap that she's said and done. Like this, nothing makes me
It
madder
it
than this
should not
stupid
have.
movie.
Oh, it
It
was
should
so
not have
frustrating.
won. It should
It should
not
not
have
have won.
won.
And it just and the thing that was the most frustrating about all of this, and I've seen plenty of people on TikTok share the same opinion. If Amelia Perez and the magical writing that was Amelia
That
Perez's
AI
music,
did.
why didn't they open the show? Why did they have Ariana and Cynthia open the show just to just be like, sorry,
They knew
you
Wicked
don't get
was the better
anything.
musical. That's why they had them open it up.
Yeah.
Like they knew no one wanted to hear El Ma or whatever the heck that song is. Like no one wanted to hear that.
Oh, very nice to meet you. I uh
It's so
mm,
bad. It's
it's
so
so
bad.
bad. So bad.
So if Wicked Part 2 doesn't win every single Oscar, I
I'm gonna
am
be
rioting. I'm so
pissed.
mad.
Because the thing is it's not even like, I'm sorry, it's not like it was a really competitive Oscar season.
No.
There
No.
wasn't there wasn't stuff that was as good. Like, I'm sorry. I'm like
No.
it was just not a competitive Oscar season. So the fact that Wicked won nothing besides
So
like
costumes, it did win costumes,
costumes,
which it
which
absolutely
they
deserved, but
good.
it
They
deserved
deserved.
all the other ones as well.
Exactly. I don't know. It was just really frustrating.
It's really frustrating. It was really,
Yeah.
really, really frustrating.
But on a positive note about the Oscars, let's talk about
Oh
Ariana
my
and
God.
Cynthia's opening.
It was
Did
so
you
good.
cry like I did?
No,
I
but
just
it was
started
so
crying.
good. It was so, so good. It was so good.
Like Ariana comes out sings Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I was like, oh man, this is good. This is good. Cynthia comes out and sings Home from The Wiz, and
Hmm.
then they both sing Defying
Defying
Gravity. When
gravity.
they started, I just started like tears just started streaming down my face. Like I love it so much. And
It
it
was
just made me
so good.
so it was so good.
They are
Like
both
I'm
so
obsessed.
unbelievably talented. Like genuinely like otherworldly kind of talented.
Yeah,
So, so
absolutely.
good. So I mean,
And
they
Cynthia's
hadn't
hosting the
performed.
Tonys this
Oh,
year.
I know it's gonna be so good. I can't
I'm
wait.
so excited.
So they may have snubbed them in every single thing ever, but I
Ever.
am glad they opened because then we got to see them. But
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's just so frustrating, so annoying.
so mad, so
But
mad.
yeah. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about the Oscars.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm trying to think.
Kieran Culkin, A plus, glad he won,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, I'm glad he
Deserved
won.
it. He's great.
Mikey Madison won actress, which I really did think it was going to be Demi Moore. I don't think it's this big like, oh, that's what the substance is about. Like this is the substance in real life kind of a thing. Because I mean, I didn't see Nora. It's not my kind of movie, but I'm sure she did a great job. Like I really don't think it's this big, you know,
Yeah. Team
Hollywood
Spirit.
hates older women, but
Yeah.
that's just me. That's just me. But
They just
I
hate
think
Ariana and Cynthia.
yeah. Oh, every single award show hates Ariana Grande, and I do not understand why. I do not understand
I
it.
don't get it.
She was snubbed at the Grammys. Eternal Sunshine was her best album. It was absolutely incredible. She was snubbed there. She was snubbed at the Oscars. She at least got a nominee at the Oscars, but I mean, she should have won. But
Yeah. Wild. Well, should we get into this episode?
yes, okay. Woo! Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo,
I
ah,
originally
woo,
I had the idea of props. I never made it to the store. So woo,
woo, woo,
yay,
woo,
woo, woo. Happy 1 year
woo,
anniversary to the
woo,
801 Diaries podcast with Abby and Emily. Woo!
woo. We're actually recording this on the anniversary of our first episode coming out. So it is our true like 1 year anniversary mark. So
Heck yeah, it is.
we did it.
We've made it to 1 year, officially 1 year. Very
Which is
exciting.
crazy.
Very big deal.
Yeah.
And just imagine fireworks.
Wow.
That was so crazy. There was so many
There
pyrotechnics
were
in
so
here.
many fireworks. Abby just really lit
That
off
was
so
so
many,
crazy. That was
so
so
many
crazy.
fireworks.
So for this episode, I thought we'd take a little trip down memory lane,
Okay,
talk about a couple things.
let's
And
do it.
then we've never really introduced ourselves. So I thought we would
No.
kind of talk about ourselves a little bit,
Okay,
get to
let's
know
do
us
it.
a little bit, those
We love.
kinds of things.
Okay.
You
Abby really took
know.
the lead on this, so this is just as much a surprise to me as it is to you guys. So exciting.
Here are my notes. It says 1 year extravaganza.
Oh, I love how you covered it up like
Yes,
anybody could read that.
you can't see it. It's a
I genuinely, I mean,
secret.
I couldn't even see it, so
Oh, it's a secret. This is
amazing.
Yeah, everyone maybe just like lower your expectations. Okay.
Abby has really built this up.
So let's start. Let's just introduce ourselves real quick.
Okay.
Um, you go first, or I can go first. I don't care. I'll go first.
Hello.
Okay, I'll go first. My name is Abigail Jones. I
Whoa.
go by Abby. That's crazy.
Oh
That's
my
so crazy.
goodness. That's so
I
insane.
am 24 years old. We're from Utah. A lot of these things you probably already know. We're from Utah, lived in Utah my whole life. Hashtag love Utah. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration. Um, I I really like pop culture. What? Crazy? I
What?
like
Who would have thought?
music. I like Pilates. I like running when I'm done. I like to travel. Um, yeah, I like a lot of things. So that's me.
Look at you.
Turn to you, Emily.
Okay, hi, I'm Emily Jones. I'm Abby's older sister. I'm 28. I'm from Utah. I live in Finland. Again, like Abby said, these are things that you all know about. Um, I like to travel. I'm currently searching for a European travel buddy because Abby's on the other side of the world and can't be in Europe all the time. So if you want to be my travel buddy, let me know. I like to cook. I'm pretty good at it. I think it's one of my talents. I like makeup. I did bridal makeup for like 4 years. That was really fun. Um, what else?
She's slaying
That's
so hard on TikTok right now. She is popping off. It is the coolest thing ever.
it's fun.
She's
It
literally
has
slaying.
done. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's doing pretty good.
She's
But
slaying. She's literally slaying.
it's screwing over my screen time currently
Oh yeah.
because I have an obsession with checking to see if people
Yes.
liked my stuff.
Yep.
So we're spending an abhorrent amount of time on TikTok right now. So we gotta come back down to earth and reevaluate how we do TikTok.
But I think you're slaying so hard. I mean, because I do the same thing and I'm not getting the results that you are. So,
it was just I just had like two, I think it was either two or three TikToks go what I would consider for a person who had never posted on TikTok and had no followers to go
I
semi-viral.
would agree. I would absolutely agree.
Um, and so there's this one TikTok that for some reason it is still doing well. It's been over a week and it's still
She's
consistently getting a
slaying.
bunch of
She's
like
literally
likes
slaying.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's hilarious. So I'm just constantly just refreshing my activity or notifications page on TikTok. So you can probably find me on that on my phone.
Literally. She's slaying so hard.
So yeah,
Okay.
we're that's it. That's all I got.
What is a random fun fact about you? What would you say is a random fun fact? I
I
can
don't
go.
know. Okay.
I went skydiving once,
You
kind of on a
did.
whim, and it slayed so hard. And I think everyone and every single person ever needs to jump out of a plane at least once in their life because there is nothing like absolutely surrendering yourself to the fact that you might die. Like you literally there's nothing you can do about it. The moment you jump out of that plane, if that parachute doesn't deploy, there is literally nothing you can do. And there's something
Yeah.
freeing about that. There's
Hmm.
something freeing about surrendering your
Ooh,
sur
she's struggling.
surrendering
Surrendering.
yourself to death. So, I'm a big believer that everyone should skydive once in their life because it's slayed so
Okay.
hard.
Okay. Um, on a similar theme as yours, when I was 14 years old, I piloted a plane through a rainstorm. But
I thought you
and
were gonna say something else, but yes,
nope. And yeah, I did that.
she did. She slayed too. Obviously, she's still here.
She's still here. It's been
Hmm.
14 years. Have I gotten it back in that plane since?
No,
Nope.
but you
But I
slayed.
did it.
Yes. Okay, so then we also asked you guys to ask us some questions. So we have a couple of questions
Yes.
from there. The first
Amazing.
one is for you, Emily. What's the most unexpected thing about moving to Finland?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Honestly, sounds really lame, but it's been kind of what I was expecting.
That's fair.
Um,
That's very fair.
yeah, it's kind
I
of
mean, well,
just
you
what I,
you you knew Finland, you knew the culture, you knew people,
yeah,
like so.
yeah, it's been pretty chill. I mean, I think honestly, like, I think the most unexpected, I guess, would be that like life is just normal.
Yeah.
Like it's just there's like I don't know because I feel like at least in the States, whatever, there's a lot of like romanticizing moving abroad. Like it's some foreign experience that like is so different than how,
The
growing
American
up, but like
experience.
the American experience. And like, yes, there's obviously like cultural differences and it is different, but like I wake up, I go to work, I go to the grocery store, I come home, I make dinner, I go for a walk, I do, like it's I think the most unexpected is how normal it is.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll go with that.
Okay. Okay, next, ultimate girl dinner.
I had this the other night. A Caesar salad, truffle fries, and a Diet Coke.
Okay, that's a real meal.
But that's like a girl dinner. Like a
Okay,
girl dinner.
my girl dinner. Ready?
Okay.
Raw ramen. Okay, not cooked ramen, raw ramen. A package of Welch's fruit snacks, the blue package. Okay, not the red,
Okay.
the blue package. Finished with a really great like ginger ale or an Olipop if I'm feeling fancy.
Ooh.
Um, that kind of a thing. And then probably like a bag of Gushers for dessert because the fruit snacks are your fruit. That's not dessert.
There
That's
you
your
go.
like, a balanced meal. Pack of Gushers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We love.
Hmm.
See, I think this is where differences really meet because I love to cook. So for me, I would like if I'm gonna like do like a lazy dinner, I'm gonna like either order something because I'm just not gonna even like scrounge up anything,
Hmm.
or I'm gonna do like pasta or something like that. Like that's what I would consider a
There
girl
you
dinner
go.
for me. So, but like a salad and fries and a Diet Coke,
Delish. Delish.
which this is totally not part of the 1 year thing. I just need everybody to know that I found a Diet Coke supplier in Finland where I bought a 24 pack for 32 euro.
Heck
That is
yeah.
amazing,
That is
considering
amazing.
you can buy single cans at the grocery store for like 3 or 4 euro.
So you
So
slay.
I bought a whole 24 pack for 32.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's all. I just needed to tell you guys about that. So if
There you
anyone's in
go.
Finland and needs to know where to buy Diet Coke, hit me up because I know where to get it.
There you
Now,
go. Okay, who is your celebrity crush?
right now, Zac Efron, always and
He's
forever.
always number one. He is always and forever number one.
Always and forever. Johnny Bailey.
God's cruelest joke.
I'm truly considering going to London for I've looked at flights.
I think you totally
There
should.
it's like the you get in at noon, the
Hmm.
show's at 7 p.m., you leave at 6 a.m. the next day.
I totally
Genuinely
support.
considering going to go
No,
see
I
Johnny
think you
Bailey and
should.
Richard
I totally
II.
think you should. I totally think you should.
Um, so if you guys want to extend your New York trip, just
See, that's a
hop on
little
over.
that's it's not just a pop on over. It's like scale and ocean.
But
So
it's
I
but here's the thing. London closer than LA from JFK.
that is true.
So,
Still across an ocean.
but
And we
you
also
get to see
weren't
Johnny
planning
Bailey.
on going to LA, you know.
Yeah, but
That
you
is
get to see
true.
Johnny Bailey.
That is true. And oh my gosh, he slays so hard. He's so gorgeous.
So Johnny Bailey and
Zac
Joe
Efron.
Jonas is
Oh, Joe Jonas.
Zac Efron, Joe Jonas, and Johnny Bailey are like top three right now.
There you go. Those are all really good ones.
Yeah. Who are yours, Abby?
Zac Efron till the day I die. I love this
Yeah.
man with my whole soul. Like
Oh
literally,
yeah.
there's no one I love more than
No.
Zac Efron.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Um, I mean, I love Johnny Bailey. I love Joe
Yeah.
Jonas. I'm obsessed with Role Model right now, so he's a
Yeah.
big one right now.
Okay.
Um, yeah, those ones are probably
The
my
same,
top right now.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a really
Amazing.
hard-hitting question. Okay, get ready, okay? Get ready. Are you ready?
Ready.
What is your favorite color?
Pink.
Just pink?
Yeah.
Mine is
Like my
cobalt
favorite.
blue. Cobalt
Yeah.
blue.
Okay. Yeah. Yours. Yeah.
I'm very specific.
My favorite color is pink, but I only wear black. So black
Yes.
is my second favorite color.
Isn't
The
black
case in
not
point.
really a color because it's like the absence of color?
Absence. Isn't it
Or
all
no, it's
color?
it's the consumption of
All
all color.
of all color, so it's not. Yeah. Okay, so pink. Pink.
Slay.
Like a lighter pastel-y baby pink.
Cutie.
That's my
Cutie.
vibes
Mine's
on
cobalt
that.
blue.
Amazing. So good. Always and forever.
Yes. Okay. What is your favorite book slash movie?
Favorite book? I haven't read in a long time.
So throw it back to 2012, 2014. What was your favorite book?
I mean, here's the deal. If we're starting at the beginning, it's Twilight, obviously.
You
But
can't beat perfection. I mean,
yeah, I would say it's either between Twilight and like the Hunger Games series. Those are like the two that like in my brain, like as an adult, I would reread. Do you know what I
gotcha.
mean?
Hmm.
Like, because a lot of the YA stuff I probably wouldn't reread now as an
It's a little
adult.
rough. Yeah.
It's a little rough, but I would do Hunger Games and Twilight.
Yeah.
How about your
Um,
favorite books?
Movie. Or we'll do books. We'll come
Oh,
back to movie. We'll come
yeah.
back to movie. My
Okay.
favorite. So if you would have asked me in the height of my reading phase, which was, 2012 to 2015,
Yeah.
the Selection series was my all-time favorite book. I loved it
Okay.
so, so much. At least the first three. The first three are incredible. I haven't read them in probably 10 years, and I do want to go back and reread them because I want to see how they hold up, but
Okay.
absolutely incredible. Again, you know, The Hunger Games. I never read Twilight, but The Hunger Games slayed. Divergent slayed up until that last book. That last book, we all pretended didn't happen because that sucked so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, you know, the Bible, the Book of Mormon. Um,
They slay.
they
They
slay.
slay.
Yeah. I would say probably the selection series, but I haven't read it in 10 years, so I need to go back and reread.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Favorite movie?
This is a hard one
Not for me.
because not for you, I know. Because I feel like I have a wide variety of favorite movie kind of vibes. Like like the movie I will never stop rewatching and could watch it anytime, Desert Island movie, Austin Land.
Such a great movie.
Like I don't know, maybe that's because maybe it's my favorite because it's my Desert Island movie,
Yeah,
but like it's so good.
it is so
Like I
good.
feel like it's an underrated hit.
It really is. If you've never seen Austin Land, drop what you're doing right now. Stop this video, go watch it, and then come
Go
back
watch it.
because this is
Because
such a great movie.
it's one of those movies that like I could watch every single day and never get tired of it. Like
Yeah.
I love this movie so much.
Yes.
So yeah. But then I would also say on a not everyday rewatchability, Star Wars Episode 5 is my other favorite
Such a
movie.
great movie. Such a great movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Star Wars
So
in ages. I need to watch them again.
I'm on a Star Wars rewatch currently, Episode 3. Um speaking of, sorry, tangent, but we need to discuss this. In Star Wars Episode 2, okay,
hmm
Padme has her like handler, her girl handler lady that like it's the girl from Bridesmaids that's Helen. It's whatever her
What's
name
her
is.
name?
She's
Something
Aussie. Yeah,
Bryn? Something Bryn.
something. Yes, she's in Star Wars
That's
Episode 2.
hilarious.
I was like, because I was looking, I was like, she looks so familiar. So then I just Googled who it was, and it pops up, and it's her. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's Helen.
What is
It's
her
Helen.
name? It's gonna bug
I don't
me.
remember, but she's in Star Wars Episode 2.
Rose
Like
Bryn. That's right.
when they're going off to Naboo, and
There
she
you
says bye
go.
to her
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 buddies.
her her buddies. That's
There you
Helen.
go. There you go.
Gabby, what
Interesting.
are your favorite movies?
My favorite movie, all-time
Or
movie
favorite
ever is
movie?
Hercules. Hercules is
Yeah,
the greatest. The 1997 Disney Hercules is the most incredible movie ever made. It's a perfect movie, and I love it so much.
absolutely. A plus.
I most people know that. So apart from that, again, Shrek 2, another absolutely perfect movie. Absolutely
Flawless.
perfect movie. I also love How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, another incredible movie.
Flawless. Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite movies that I don't watch nearly often enough, the 2004 Pride and Prejudice. I love that
So
movie
good.
so
That is an
much.
amazing movie.
In that same vein, Little Women, 2019, an incredible movie. An
I
incredible
need to watch
movie.
that again. I've been wanting to
So
watch that
good.
again lately.
I don't know. There's so many great movies.
Yeah.
I again something you everyone knows. Big Harry Potter fan over here. Big Harry Potter fan. I watched
Yes.
them. Those are probably my most watched movies as of the last 2, 3 years.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Speaking
I
of, oh my gosh, the picture you sent of Voldemort to my frame just popped up.
Oh, that's so cutie. We love
So,
Voldemort. I accidentally took a screenshot watching the movie one day, so I put it on Emily's little picture frame. Um,
and it's just staring at me right now.
we love Voldemort. Well, no, we don't. We do not love Voldemort, but we love Harry Potter.
But we love Voldemort more than the Pink Lady.
That is, I mean, love is a strong word, but you know,
But
we hate the Pink
yeah,
Lady.
so much. Oh, Abby's glizzy. Okay.
Okay, so that's all the questions I really have about us.
Okay.
If you have more you want answered, let us know. But
Amazing.
we're going to move on to the second portion of your 1 year extravaganza, which is kind of just talking about the podcast, things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So first question I have is why did we start this podcast? Kind of what made us want to do this? What, is the motivation, that kind of a thing. So I want to hear from you because I kind of approached you about this. So I want to hear what your thoughts were.
Well, I feel like we had been talking about doing a podcast for years. Like
Hmm.
it went through different iterations of like what it would be, but whatever. Like we'd been talking about it for years. I feel
Yeah.
like
Like we never
we
really
had mul
we couldn't really settle on what we really wanted it to be about or
yeah,
things like that. So we never really done
but
it, but we talked about it for a while.
we had talked about it and like I feel like whenever we would it really I feel like was born out of like us telling stories that happened about our lives around our friends and us like the banter between us and people being like, "Oh my gosh, you guys should start a podcast."
Yes. Yes.
Like I feel like that's like it was like this version of the podcast was born out of like just us in our normal lives, like just
Yes.
talking about things that we would talk
Hmm.
about and then I mean, you approached it for the like official, like, let's bite the bullet and actually do it.
Hmm.
But I feel like it had been in the zeitgeist for a while of like, hey, this is something we want to do. This is and like this is what it might be about, kind of a thing. And then
Hmm.
it was, is that what you think as well? Or
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's kind of how it went through different iterations of like what we wanted the topic to be. Like we had
yeah,
different ideas throughout the years and we just had
yeah,
nothing ever really felt right, kind of, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah, absolutely.
And then we were kind of thinking, well, why don't we just do like a pop culture podcast and then we can just talk about pop culture and then just things going on in our lives, like just
Yeah.
chat. So we did that. But the kind of the reason I wanted to do it at this time, I feel like there was just like a lot of things where it was like I feel like we needed to do something. Like or like I needed to do something. Like I needed to bite the bullet and do something. And
Yeah.
this seemed like a fun thing to do, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like
No, I get that.
I feel like there was I can't remember what the quote is, but there's an episode of The Basement Yard where they Frank is talking about old quotes. Like he wrote all of these quotes and he was reading these old quotes that he wrote and they're hilarious and ridiculous. But there's one about like just like I can't even remember what it is, but it spoke to me. And I was like,
Mm,
we should just do it. Like we should really just do it.
yeah.
And so I was like, Emily, I think it's time. We got to do this. And yeah, then we started it.
And then we started it, and
Yeah.
it's been every week since.
Hmm.
So,
I remember it
yeah.
was something about like, not all dreams are worth chasing or something like that. And that was the
Mm,
quote. It was something like that. And I was like, you know what? This is not something I want to look back on and wish we had done. You know what I mean? Like, we should
yeah.
just do it,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. So that's kind of why, at least that was my motivation, I think,
Yeah. I
behind
was
doing
just
it.
down to do it
Yeah.
because like I was down to do it at any time. We just hadn't found what we wanted to do yet. Like it was
Yeah.
just like it kind of it always felt like it was like inevitable, but it was just when is it gonna, because we
Yeah.
had like what it was 2024. We'd been talking for 4 years, 4 or 5
Yeah.
years about podcasts we wanted to do. So
Yeah.
we like it just kind of felt like it was going to happen at some point. It just we didn't know we just hadn't hit the right
Hmm.
spot yet. And I think that's one thing that like I love about the podcast we've created is that quite literally we don't have a theme. We can
No.
say it's like pop culture or whatever, but I mean like last week we went from talking about Capricorn 1 to Hannah Montana. Like I think Planet of the Apes. Like I think I love that it's just like the chaos of like what our conversations are like and it's just like I think it's the most authentic version of a podcast for ourselves that we could
Yeah.
have put out.
Hmm.
And I think that like I'm glad we took the time to wait until it
Figure it out.
was what
Yeah.
we wanted exactly.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. What was the most memorable episode from the last year for you?
That's a really good question. I honestly, I think one of the best ones is like that I like sticks out, and it was our third episode. It was the decom bracket. I feel like for
Good
some
one.
reason that one just like was I like it was our first because we had just done strictly like things that were happening that week
Hmm.
before the decon bracket and I felt like that was the first time like that one just kind of felt like because we had we had similar opinions, but there were quite a few that we had very different opinions on, and so it was like it had a great like back and forth. Like I don't know, for some reason something about the decom bracket just like scratches
That's
an
a good
itch
one.
in my brain.
Yeah.
Um, I think any of our Taylor Swift episodes, I mean,
See, for me, it's
the
probably our best of Taylor Swift. That episode
which yeah.
is it's probably our best done one. Like it's the one that's done the best. For some reason.
Yeah,
And but I mean, I love Taylor Swift. I can talk about Taylor Swift for ages. So I think probably the best of Taylor Swift is my
for ages.
favorite. What?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think yeah. I think that one's fun because like that one I mean that's our best podcast, our most listens.
Yeah.
It's hit like a more than a dozen countries. Like it's our best performer and so and it people listen to, that's like one of the first ones that randomly people listen to. And
Hmm.
so for me that one's a fun one because it just like that one's like a good like I feel like a cool accomplishment for us. Like
Yeah.
that's
That's
and
fair. Yeah.
like that one's cool. And then like you're saying, like we love Taylor Swift and it's like such a big part of everything. I don't think
Yeah.
there probably hasn't been a single episode that she hasn't come up.
Honestly,
Um
true. Very true.
like so I think yeah, like the Taylor Swift episode, the first one. And then honestly, I loved us doing a breakdown and review of the whole album. I thought that was
Yeah.
so
That
fun.
was fun. Hmm.
That had the infamous squirrel episode
Did have the squirrel.
when the
He was coming
squirrel
for
scared
us.
me.
Yes.
Um, yeah. I don't know.
Those are
What are some
good.
other ones? Do you have other?
I'm trying to think. I mean, the one I did
I
with
love
Judy
it.
was a lot of fun. That one,
Yes.
but the one Emily couldn't, unfortunately, could not make it for. That one was a lot
Yes.
of fun. Our Best of One Direction one was fun. It was
That was a
tragic
good
and so
one.
sad, but it was
Yes.
good.
It was a good episode.
Yeah, I think our Christmas in July one was a lot of fun
That was
too.
a good one. I loved that one.
Yeah,
I
there's
feel
been
like
quite
there's
a
just
few.
been I feel like I really love the themed episodes. I think they're fun
They are fun.
to I think it's fun to craft the idea of the episode. Like when we did Spooky Month
We
and
did do
we did
Spooky Month.
Halloween themed episodes and then
Hmm.
like Christmas
Christmas.
month. Like I thought it was fun to have like a themed month or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
No, it was
Like
definitely fun.
I think that was a good time.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Next, is there any like behind the scenes moments or little tricks or things that we do that you think are funny or noteworthy?
well, I mean the fact that we don't pay for Zoom and
Okay,
so
so
we have to
this is so funny. I was going to bring this up. We're too cheap to pay for Zoom. So, you get a 40-minute time limit for each video call on free Zoom. So we record 40 minutes. Stop.
wait 10
A new development
edition. Yeah.
is Zoom is making you wait 10 minutes to start another call. So we do 40 minutes, stop, wait 10 minutes, and then pick back up where we left off. So if ever like 35 to 40 minutes in, there's a weird cut or something
Or
doesn't make sense,
or like we're laughing and then all of a sudden we're not. It's because we
it's
had
because
to
we had
stop
to
the
stop our
Zoom.
Zoom. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if we forget where we're at because cannot remember at all what we were talking about 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
It's
be
because we had
like,
to stop the
we'll be,
Zoom.
talking, and then there's something else. Yeah, so we were,
We were, you know, you can
that
always
means
tell. So
that means our Zoom cut
our
off and
Zoom
we had no
ended.
idea where we were.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what's other funny behind the scenes things.
Oh, so when I was still in Utah, we would record on my phone on the video on my phone when we would sit together.
Mhm.
And for some reason, the internet at our house where Abby lives
Oh,
still
it blows
sucked
chunks.
so bad.
Mhm.
Like it's so
It's
bad and
not as
it
bad as it
took
was,
hours.
but it was so bad for a minute there. Like so
It
bad.
was so bad. So it would either take like it would take hours upon hours to upload the video to the Google Drive that we use, or I would drive over to our parents' house
Mhm.
to upload
Upload
the
it.
video
Yep.
because it took so
So
freaking long.
so long.
Yeah.
Um, there were a couple like funny little kinks trying to work out like at the beginning how to, edit a video because we've never done that before
Yeah.
or how do we want to record the audio? How do we record the audio? Do we do two mics, one mic? Like all of these things. We went through a lot of trial and error in those first few episodes. So
Yeah. And then
a lot of funny
again
things.
when we switched to Zoom,
Zoom.
like there was so
There was an
many.
entire episode lost because I forgot to hit record on Zoom. So there
Yeah.
was there's a lot of funny little things
Yeah,
that
little things like
happened.
that. Yeah.
Um,
I feel like now we've got it pretty well figured
yeah,
out. If you
yeah.
ever see the video, the Zoom if it's a Zoom video sometimes like last week, my phone ran out of storage, so we
hmm
couldn't
So we couldn't
use
use
the
because we do record the video on our phones because we are the
yeah.
most high tech. So
I
occasionally one
mean,
of us will run out of storage and then we can't use that, so we have to use the Zoom
so we have
video.
to yeah, it's
It's a whole
our
thing.
audio comes through Zoom, like
Yep. It's a whole thing. But we've got it
it's
kind of figured
really
out for, I mean,
yeah.
I think as good as it's gonna be for now. But
Yeah, I think until we take off and then
yeah.
we really
So, share this with your friends because
if you want better quality,
better production quality, we need more
tell
people
your
listening.
friends
Yes.
because that would be great.
Yes. Okay. Next, how do we come up with episode ideas and topics?
You know, on a random Wednesday, I'll text Abby and I'll be like, "What are we doing this week?"
And
Because
I'll
we
say, I'll
generally
get back to
generally
you.
record. Yeah, we record on Sundays normally, and so we'll text each other like in the middle of the week, be like, "What are we doing this week?" To not seem totally ill prepared, we do have a shared note file that has a bunch of video like podcast ideas on it that we do put on there.
Occasionally
So
pull
we,
from.
yeah, so like there's options, but a lot of the time it's what are we doing?
hmm
Um, and then we'll just kind of
Brainstorm ideas and,
send something
yep, figure it out.
like this week. This is like, and this happens, but this week, Abby, I texted Abby a couple days ago, probably Wednesday, and I said, "What are we doing for the 1 year anniversary of our podcast?" And Abby goes, "I don't know. We can just mention it." And then I fell asleep, and then she texted me the next day and goes, "I have a plan. Just show up."
Yep. And this is my plan.
So, so I
Um,
mean, it's really just chaos. I mean,
yeah.
there's no
There's
rhyme
no
or
rhyme or reason.
reason.
Sometimes we'll like see things on TikTok or something. Like we did a like hear me out, Kate kind of a thing one episode.
Oh,
Like,
that was a fun one. We should do that again.
yeah. So like it just kind of depends,
It just, yeah, it's
what's
just
going
whatever we
on,
see.
what we're
Yeah.
feeling.
If there is something big around, then like we'll talk about, like the Tonys or the Grammys or
hmm
whatever. If there's something significant happening in pop culture, then we'll talk about it. But
If the SNL episode the night before was really good, we'll talk about
then we'll
that.
we'll have a whole episode dedicated to
hmm
Timothy Chalamet or SNL
Yes, we
50,
will. Yes.
Um, yeah, I don't think there's any like way that we really come up with it. It's just kind of chaos. But I will say for our themed months and like for the rom-com bracket, there are things that like we've planned and scheduled ahead
Yeah.
of time.
Those are a little bit
So
more well thought through.
you can always tell if we've really planned them out or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that's kind of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you have like apart from like most memorable episode, do you have like a personal favorite episode or would that be like kind of what we talked about?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if I have a favorite. Like a one I would just like go back and listen to. I feel like I love listening to the like I will re-listen to bracket episodes every once in a while because I think those are fun. So I don't know,
That's a
decom,
good one.
whatever kind of a
hmm
thing. Like I just think that like they're fun.
That's a good one. That is a good
Do you
one.
have one?
I mean, my birthday episode is pretty high on that list.
I mean, I
I don't
mean,
know. I'm looking through our old episodes. And I mean, the pop culture time capsules are always a lot of fun. I really like
those are
those.
fun. Those are fun ones. I like
So
those.
yeah, those ones are good. Our
Yeah.
Twilight one slayed so hard too. That was a fun
Honestly,
episode.
I mean, that might be one of the top.
That
The
one was
Hannah
a lot of
Montana
fun.
episode we did last week,
So
loved
fun.
that. Or the SNL episode. Like
The
like
Hannah
truly
Montana episode where we are singing not together, one of us
it's
slightly behind the other one. So
because of the
funny.
Zoom delay.
So
Oh my
funny.
heck. I loved it. But yeah, I don't know. I think
They're all pretty
I think they're
fun.
just kind of fun. I mean, I like maybe our taste test episodes are
Those
some funny
are
ones
those are
because
always
because
full of noises. Full of
yeah, because
noises.
Maddie said that she was telling someone about our podcast and they chose to pick a taste test episode for their first episode. And we're like, Slay, we love that. Thank you so much. But quite literally, why did like I love the idea that we took a taste test for a audio
Audio.
podcast,
Yes.
like an
Hmm.
audio format, and we're like, this is a great idea.
And we've
Let's
done
all chew.
multiple. We've done multiple. Yes.
Will we
And
do more?
yes.
Probably.
Yes, there are more to come for sure. Because you know
Yeah.
what? It's a good time. It is a good time.
Yeah.
Wait, I
No,
really hope
absolutely.
people enjoy hearing us chew because that is what those
So
episodes are full of.
that's all that and then us telling if the candy is good or not.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. Second to last question. What is
Okay.
something that you hope listeners take away from the podcast?
I hope that I don't know if it's a takeaway or just that the listeners can take an hour out of their week and just hang out.
Hmm.
Like just kind of chill with us. Like that's
Yeah.
because that's all that like we're doing. And so I want it to be that for them as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Like just an hour of your week, you can shut off your brain a little bit,
Yeah.
hear about some things going on or some funny topic or just some random thing and just
Yeah. And just like hang out
take
with
a
us.
break from all the stuff that's going on in this world and just have a
Yeah.
good time. Have a good
And
time.
just chill with us. Just,
Yeah.
I hope I would love it if someone would be driving in their car listening to the podcast and like jetting into our conversation. Like
Hmm.
they're just kind of talking with us. Like,
Every
I
now
don't
and
know.
then we will get live updates from our friends as they're listening, and those are
And
incredible,
honestly,
incredible.
that is so fun. Like that, like to me, that's just like so fun because
Yes.
like it's really exciting that like people like what you're doing because quite honestly, it is like I don't know, it's not awkward as much anymore. But like when you're putting it out for the first time, you're like, "Hi, we're putting out a podcast and we're not famous. We don't have anything. We're just talking to each other."
Hmm.
So to get like people's updates of like what's going on in the podcast episode that they're listening to and they're like, "Oh
Is
my
fun.
gosh, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. You have to tell me about this, this and this. Like this opinion is wrong because X, Y, and Z. Like you guys,
Hmm.
why are you guys thinking this?" Like I just think that
It's
that's
awesome.
so much fun.
Yeah.
It's very rewarding.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Just hope it's like just a fun, happy, cool
Yeah.
place people can go come to when they need
Yeah.
a break
Yeah.
and just hang
Absolutely.
out with us. Okay, last questions. Question. What are your predictions for the next year of the 801 Diaries?
I feel like this next year is gonna be our year. Like I really like because I feel like now we've taken the first year and we've really not refined what we do, but we've kind of found what works
Like
well for us.
settled into our niche, kind of.
Yeah.
Even though
And so
our niche isn't very niche, we talk about a lot of different things, but
but
like,
it's like ours.
yeah. Hmm.
Like it's ours. And so I just think that like this next year is just gonna be more fun. Like it's just
Yeah.
gonna be like it's just gonna grow because I feel like the past like 6 months we've grown quite a bit compared to
Hmm.
where we were. And so I just feel like we're just kind of gonna keep going. Like I just
Yeah.
think that's like where I just keep it going. I don't
Yeah.
know. What do you think?
Yeah. Just keep doing our thing, having a good time.
What would you like to see like as a tangible or like not tangible like but like a quantifiable goal for the podcast this year?
I would like to see us get to next year, kind of a thing, not
Yeah.
stop at any
No, we're
point in the
not. Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe to hit a
Get a
hundred
sponsor?
subscribers, 100 subscribers. I don't know.
That would be super cool.
That would be really cool. If we could, I don't
I
know.
think it'd be way cool to get our first sponsor.
That would be really cool. So if you are a local Utah company or something and you want to sponsor us,
Yeah.
give us a
Let us
call.
know.
But yeah, I think just to still be here in a year would be really
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
I agree. I think that would be, I think, and I think we will be. I mean, I like personally, like being very far away. This is like a good, like I like this part of the week
Yeah, it's a good
to
time.
hang out and like catch up. And because the thing is, we started this knowing I was moving. I already had a
Had,
residence permit when
yeah, I
we
was gonna say
started.
you not only had applied, you had your residence permit.
Yeah, I was like ready to go. So we knew that this was always going to be how it was.
Hmm.
Um, and so I just love it because I love taking
We
the
have a good
time
time.
each week
Yeah.
to hang out. So I'll still be here in a year. I think this is so freaking fun.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that's all the questions I have. Was there anything else you wanted to do or say or questions or
You
anything?
know, just thank you to everybody who's been here for the first
Yes.
year.
Big thank you. We love you
Like
all so
truly,
much.
it's like we were saying earlier, like it's so exciting for us that like people care that what we like
Hmm.
or care about what we have to say, especially when it's on something so stupid
Hmm.
like Twilight, and get people's response to our opinions on Twilight. I think that's
Twilight is not
freaking
stupid.
hilarious.
Twilight is the most important thing to ever happen in this 21st century.
Sorry, very true.
Yes.
Sorry. But like I think it's just fun to like it's just been great. And I like very appreciative to anybody that listens and comments or says anything or
Hmm.
just is a silent listener or whatever, like it really means a lot because like we said, it's weird to put yourself out there like that. And so we're really appreciative of everybody that has stuck around and like
Yeah.
has stuck around for the growing year of where like we're trying to figure it all out, like figure
Hmm.
out so many things. Like we said, the
Yes.
technology, the topic, the how this all works, like and so we're appreciative of everybody that has stuck around since and joined along throughout the
Yes.
year. Like it's just really fun, really exciting. I
Yes.
don't know.
Anyone who has supported us in any way, we really, really
Yeah,
appreciate it. And we love you guys.
we love you so much. You guys are the best. Like,
You're the
I don't know.
best.
That like
We
it's
have so
just
much
been
fun.
it's been awesome.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, I think that is it for this episode. Subscribe, follow us on preferred streaming platform and social media. It's just 801 Diaries everywhere, 801 Diaries podcast everywhere. And we'll
We'll see you
see you
next week.
around. Yeah, excited for
And
another year.
yeah, tell us what your favorite episode or favorite moment from this year of the
Yes.
podcast has been
Mm-hmm.
because we want to know. Because if you tell us, we might make more content like that.
Yes, yes.
That's
Because really, we are here to serve you.
exactly.
Yes, and have a good time while
So
doing it. So,
just let us know.
hmm
We appreciate it.
yeah.
Okay, love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.